Hi, my favorite people. So today I decided to show you my no foundation makeup routine because I actually had a lot of questions on my skin every Sunday at church. So we started with primer. I use a NYX Angel Oil primer. To this day, I don't know if this does anything, but I put it anyway because I already spent money for it. Then I like to go in the loose setting powder, and I like to apply this over all the parts that I get oily. So basically my T-zone, but by the end it looks like it's my whole face because I have extremely oily skin. I like to dust off the excess because you don't need all that, you know? And now that we have an ashy canvas, I'm gonna go in with my first concealer. The first concealer I use has a bit of a red undertone, which helps with color correcting. And I put that in all of my dark areas. And I blend this all out with a dry sponge because we are trying to maximize no oil, okay? Next, I go in with the Juvia's Place concealer. The shade, by the way, is 9. I turned it wrong. But I apply this, and this is sort of like my neutral tone. This is just for all the places. So I do concealer, but I don't do foundation. I should also mention that there's really no foolproof way to avoid your skin getting oily. Your skin's gonna get oily. It is what it is. But I find that my skin doesn't get as oily throughout the day when I do this method. Still gets oily, just it's a tad better, you know what I'm saying? Third concealer is a lighter shade, and I use this just to brighten and highlight. So you'll notice I put this on my nose, I put this under my eyes, and on my Cupid's bow, but these are the only areas where I put it because I don't want it anywhere else. By the way, I noticed that it smelled like paint. I don't know why I smell things, I don't know. Finally, it's time to set all of these areas. So I'm setting under my eyes, setting on my nose, Cupid's bow, chin, forehead, all the jazz, you know, anywhere where I applied concealer, I'm setting because, again, oily skin, bro. We need this to be as matte as possible because my oil will eventually creep through and make it look like skin again. So I don't mind going full matte. It's a 90s moment, if you will. I also put this over my eyes because creasing is a very real thing. Now next I'm going to go in with contour first. I've been changing the way I contour my face as of recently. I naturally have a bit of an indentation showing where I guess you'd call this my cheekbone, don't know. But I like the structure of my face and so I want to enhance it more. So I've been contouring a tad different. I haven't mastered it yet. I feel like sometimes I leave a white line by mistake. So it's trial and error with this. But I feel like it complements my specific face structure a lot better, so I've been riding with that. Now I'm just bronzing the rest of my face, so I'm going to hit the forehead. I might go back to the cheeks. I did under the jawline, etc. And now this is the most important part. I use a tinted powder. This is what's going to get that ash to go away because I'm really not trying to look like Flashback Mary, you know? So I go lightly under my eyes because I like the brightness, but I concentrate more on the lower part of my face. Then I'm going to go back into the nose and just contour this because I didn't do it before. I've mentioned this in previous videos. I don't really contour per se. I'm more so just defining the bridge that disappears on my nose. Now I'm going with blush. I use the same blush most of the time. It's a peach tint and I find that's just the most flattering on my skin tone specifically. And I load it up. I do not mind. Lastly, I put highlight. I'm not a crazy strobe highlight type of gal. I just like a little hydration mimic, if you will. So I just hit all the high points. And for my eyes, I like to just use my bronzer. I wanted to go deeper this specific day, so I am touching more of the contour and bringing that into my crease mostly. And I'm also going to connect it to the lower lash line as well. I don't know, I was just feeling raccoon vibes today, you know? And now I'm blending in the bronzing shade to kind of just melt everything together. It's giving brown. I think I wanted to fall, you know what I mean? And now I'm just gonna put a highlight in my inner corner. I know some people don't like doing that, but girl, that's staying with me for the rest of my life. And I'm just gonna highlight certain parts of my face, you know the jams, you know the drill. And lastly, brows. I typically do brows first, but I don't know. This day I was switching it up and I did my brows last. Doesn't really matter to me too much. I chose to use one of the eyebrow marker pen whatever from NYX just because if I got time I'm going to use it. If I don't have time I use powder. Finally, I'm setting my face. I will always use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And I like to brush my eyebrows after they've dried because sometimes it's too dark or it's just the lines are too crisp and I like to like smudge it, you know? The brows are giving thick. I'm not cutting them. I know some people have told me I should, but I don't want to. I like to add white to my waterline. A lot of the habits you're noticing in this video are things I used to do back in the day and stopped, but I've been revisiting them as of recently. My OG fave, L'Oreal Lash Paradise, Voluminous Lash Paradise. I like to blank as I apply it because that's what helps to elongate the lashes, and the trick is to get waterproof. Waterproof, I truly feel like holds the curl better and longer. Now, this is my secret lip combo as of recently. I use Revlon in this beautiful chocolate color to line my lips and to kind of line the perimeter, the outer corners, all of that. And then I go in with this Maybelline lip crayon. This right here, yo, I kid you not, this combination, it does what it needs to do. It's just the perfect color combination for my specific skin tone. And I have been on the hunt for this for so long, and I'm obsessed with it. And this is pretty much it. I'm gonna do various faces because I felt incredibly awkward in front of the camera for some reason. I just didn't feel like trying to be cute, so here I am, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy. It's the skin. No foundation really is the way for me. It's super duper comfortable. And that's it. I'll see you guys next time. I love you so very much. Bye.